So I read this New York Times article today that talked about procrastination. It didn't talk about procrastination in the sense of being lazy or irresponsible. It talked about it as a more of a coping mechanism for dealing with like a situation or some activity that you just had negative emotions towards. We do look at procrastination like someone's being lazy. Like for me, I procrastinate all the time, but I don't always procrastinate for things that are easier. I don't always procrastinate for things that even take less time than what I was supposed to initially be doing. It's not that we're being lazy when we're procrastinating. It's just that we're avoiding an activity or something that we're supposed to be doing that may have bad emotions attached to it. You might be nervous about it. You might be nervous about failing. You might have anxiety towards it. It may just be all around difficult. You may just be scared. If you think about procrastination as more of a coping mechanism, then you start to think about what it takes to get past that. And if you're coping with the negative emotions of whatever the activity is, and you're just doing other stuff that you know you can accomplish, you might supposed to be studying for a test that you're already pretty nervous about, and instead you decide to clean your whole house. Studying for a test is actually easier than cleaning the house, but for some people, cleaning up is therapeutic. So they'd rather go clean than do what they're supposed to be doing that's actually going to prepare them, which is pretty self destructive. But how do we get past that? So, I'm starting the vlog. I've been talking myself out of this for months. Then I thought about it. I'm an engineer. I work on robots. I work for Oakley. I live in LA. Maybe now that I need content to record, I'll start doing a little bit more. Like typically right now, I will go home and I will hop on Call of Duty. But I don't want to look like a fat slob. So I'm going to go home, I'm going to go for a run. Then I'm going to play Call of Duty. That's how you do it. Alright, so I'm having a dilemma. I just got home from work and I'm trying to decide if I should go for a run or I should make a beverage. Is that what we call dilemmas nowadays? I ran yesterday. We'll do the beverage today, we'll run tomorrow. Let's go. All right, guys, new day here. Just got to work. I feel like I'm gonna run today at lunch. I brought some change of clothes, so if I wanted to go for a run, then I could do that. But I definitely got to get a run in today. So last time I ran, it was like a 950 mile, and I know I could do faster than that. I love to run, but since the pandemic hit, I haven't been doing anything. I kind of got infatuated with my whole routine. My routine was wake up, go to the gym, go to work, or wake up, go to work, go to gym for lunch, eat something real quick and get back to work and then go home and relax. But since the pandemic hit, it kind of threw my whole routine off. So now I'm like running outside, I'm working out in my backyard, trying to find ways to stay somewhat active. But now that I'm running outside, it's just, I got to get back used to it. I don't have something pacing me out. I'm running, I'm speeding up, I'm slowing down. It just doesn't feel right. So my time kind of suffered because it's not as easy to set a goal. I'm just like, all right, I'm going to run this distance. And then I'm just like, no. But I don't have I can't watch my time while I'm running. I can't. But I like running outside. It's not as boring, but I just like the structure of being able to run on the treadmill. So I'm getting used to it, but my time is at 9:50, and I definitely got to get that down. So this time I'm gonna run up the hill, but if I make it all the way to the top, then I'm gonna go ahead and run down. So let's see what I do. make sure that you're planning. You have to plan. If you're procrastinating something, a lot of the times it's not a hard set date for the activities that lead up to the completion of it. What you'll end up doing is you're like, okay, I have to have this done by this date, but there's all this other stuff that needs to happen in the meantime, in between time, and none of that ever gets done. And every time you want to start one of those activities, you don't really have to, because there's not a hard line. There's not a hard set date for any of those activities, just the final product. So what you'll do is you'll compile it up, and then it makes it even harder to start, because instead of you having a steady incline, now you're talking about something that you need to get done, but you're going straight up because you never did any of the steps along the way. Well, guys, I don't know what kind of delayed runner's high I've just experienced, but I made it home from work, even though I ran at work today. But I made it home, and I feel like going for a run. Crazy, right? So I'm gonna strap up the shoes and see what I can do. My legs are tired, and then I'll probably just do a lap or two. I think in my neighborhood, a lap is like a mile, like 1.1 miles. So maybe I'll do a lap or two. Yeah, so I don't know what I was thinking. I am dead tired right now. Might not need to push myself that hard, and I think from now on I might just need to, increase my run time in increments. Go a little bit, call it a day, pick it up more the next day. My legs feel like jello. Like my legs are done. I'm about to go in here, take a shower, lay it down, relax. But I think I'm taking tomorrow off for sure. It's not happening. Peace. So I'm out walking. I'm actually sweating like I just went for a run. But it's because it's California. California is hot. Like, look at this. I'm really in the desert all the way around me. Just happened to be outside of my job down in Orange County, outside the Oakley headquarters. About two. I just walked like 2 miles. Pretty much my whole lunch break there. I'm gonna eat what I got real quick and get back to it. But I wasn't really feeling like going for a run because my legs feel like jello. So what I'm probably gonna do is just finish the rest of this day or whatever. We'll see how I feel when I get home. Maybe go for a run. So I just got back from a run and lunch, and that California heat kills me every single time. But whatever. Oh look, Patrick Mahomes. Why does it take 5 hours to edit 5 minutes of video? Maybe I just suck at this, because this shouldn't be this long, right? Just finished a run, pretty good one. I just ran a 10:20 pace at 3 miles. I feel like I could have went a little bit longer, but it's Saturday and Aisha was talking about going on a hike, so let's see what we end up doing today. But I feel pretty good. It's just consistency. I stuck with it for the past few days and, pushed myself a little harder each time. Felt like I was getting worse, but in reality I was getting better because I just slowed my pace up a little bit and I was able to go a longer distance. So consistency is key. So when I decided to start shooting a blog again, I chose procrastination as my first topic because that's something that's true to me. I feel like I do procrastinate a lot, and I use running as a center point for what this vlog was about this week. But in reality, it was about the vlog itself. That's my big procrastinator. I never was making time for it. I had time for everything else, but I never had time to shoot the vlog. And when I did actually shoot, content for a vlog, I've got gigabytes and gigabytes of video that I've shot and never edited. And then it became old, and I was like, oh, I don't want to use that now because it wouldn't be accurate, So, all right, hummingbirds. Like, it's weird. They're like this big. I chose running as the center topic of the blog because it gave me something to focus on outside of the problem of me actually shooting the vlog itself. Running is something that I do enjoy, but it's also one of those things that I can easily procrastinate and get myself out of. I'm just like, all right, well, I work all this time. By the time I get home, I'm tired and this XYZ. But you make time for what you want to make time for. So I decided to make it about running, but in reality it's the vlog itself. That's my big thing that I wanted to stop procrastinating. Yes, I haven't ran in months. I kind of, since the pandemic hit, I just kind of been on a steady decline of activity. So this week was my way to just start moving out of, oh, I don't have time, or oh, I can, or and start moving towards getting things done. I started off, I was pushing myself too hard, running too fast. Then I get tired, then I stop, and then I'm just demotivated. So Friday, I realized that, I had been running all week, so I know I was starting to build back up. And by Friday, I was able to slow it down to like a 10-minute pace. And I felt confidence. When I hit the first mile, I was like, oh man, I'm feeling good. And I hit the second mile, I was like, okay, now I'm in a groove. And I hit the third mile, knocked it out. Yeah, so I probably could have kept going, but I know we had a long day planned. We were going to the beach and all this other stuff, but I felt really good when I got done. I was just, not even so much because of the run, but because I had accomplished something that was kicking my butt all week. Because had I failed, what was the worst that would happen? I would have just known that, okay, next time I need to push myself a little harder. But had I not started running in the first place, I would have just had all this anxiety and just, procrastination is one of the easiest things to overcome, because it's literally just doing something that's unrelated. So you're still doing something. So let's be consistent. Let's be consistent. I'm gonna work on myself, and I challenge you guys to work on yourselves. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing right now, well, finish watching my video, but after that, go do it. Get started. Be consistent. Allocate a little bit of time every single day. Knock it out, and we're gonna get great together. That was so cheesy. We're gonna get great together. Really, so cheesy. But no, seriously, let's be consistent. I'm not the runner I used to be. I'm not the best runner in the world, but I'm better than I was at this time last week, and that's all you can ask for. So I'm gonna start vlogging. See you guys next week.